Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Kung Fu Physicist Podcast. I am the Kung Fu Physicist. My name is Eric, and joining me today I have a super special guest. This is Sifu Stanislav Bagalev. Sifu, I know some of your background, but would you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Eric, for the interview and that you inviting me. My name is Stanislav Bagalev. I am from Bulgaria. It's a country, part of Europe, close to the Black Sea. Around Bulgaria is Greece, Romania, and some other countries, just to know where we are exactly on the map. Because most of the people cannot point really Bulgaria on the map.
Yeah.
I was born in Sofia. Sofia is the capital of Bulgaria. And, I start training martial arts since really when I was a kid. There was really very late 80s. I was born 1972. And almost 1980, 1981, 1982, I start with martial arts. But very important thing is to say that that time in Bulgaria, during the communist, regime, martial arts were really forbidden. You could not train for free martial art. I mean, you cannot be just somewhere.
Wow.
There was no clubs. There was, there was forbidden.
Why was this? Was this like against the party mandates, or
not against only, but there was some problems probably in 70s, 80s in Czechoslovakia at that time. This is Czechia and Slovakia and Poland, and there was some revolutionary things, and some people fight with the police that time. And some of them, they were karate and judo, and some guys who were training martial arts.
Yeah.
Maybe they realized that it's not good to give this knowledge to the normal people. Probably to don't have problem with the police that time or with the government, I don't know. But really, you could not train for free. You cannot just join some club. Okay, you can do some boxing, you can do some judo, you can do some things like that, but no martial arts at all. No Japanese, no Chinese, no Korean, nothing.
Wow.
And for that time to train martial art, it was, very wow. To find someone who can teach you, who knows. Even that time we don't have enough information. There was no almost books, no videos, no magazines.
Wow, so it was really
very have information, really. And people who know some, they were like gods, they were like, wow, somebody knows some movements. And just, for my interest start when I saw the Bruce Lee movies. When I saw the Bruce Lee, how he moves, how he acts, what he's doing, I said, oh, man, I want to know this. I want to know how to do it. And really, I started searching. At that time, there was a very, very close friend of my father. They were working together that time. And he was one of the really biggest martial artist in Bulgaria at that time. His name was Krasimir Dimitrov. Even his nickname was the Chinese. Why? He knew Chinese language. He could draw, and he can make calligraphy. He can speak, talk, and read, write. And he was that time was part of let's say military, police, special forces, things like that. That's why he had a chance to train, teach in a very, very secret groups.
Yeah.
They was so secret that nobody knows who is who in the group. We almost never met each other. Just to be like, if they ask you how many people they are training, you can see, you can say only I. Only me is there. And that was really, really up to 1987, 88. There was really like that time. Very strange. And then Slowly, some clubs are start opening. Slowly, some things are start showing. And we just rent some public high schools to have a place to train. And slowly, we open this martial art clubs.
Yeah.
But the big, really, start, we can say, was when the Plovdiv University, this is the second biggest state university in Bulgaria and the second biggest town, Plovdiv. It's very close to Sofia in 120 kilometers.
It's my favorite Bulgarian city, by the way, for everyone out there.
Yeah,
just
Plovdiv
letting you know.
is something that it's unusual. It's very special. One of the oldest cities in the world, for sure. And probably is the second or third oldest city in Europe. And in that place, Plovdiv, there is a very, very big state university, Plovdiv University. And they just maybe 1991, they opened a special subject for Chinese martial arts, and they were searching for teachers. Like I said, that my first teacher, Krasimir Dimitrov, he went there, but he could not travel, and he said, "Hey, do you want you to travel?" I was really that time very surprised. I was like 18, 19. I was like, come on, I must travel from Sofia to Plovdiv to teach at the university. You know, it's strange. He said, "Hey, yeah, you can do it." And I started traveling, you know. I was so, you know, that time I wanted to do these things because, you know, that time I was very young. I don't have a car, and I need to travel with the normal buses and with the normal trains. Can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
I was traveling from inside in Sofia. It's like about 1.5 hours to the train station. Then 2.5 hours from Sofia to Plovdiv. From there, walking 30 minutes. Then 2 hours training. Then back 30 minutes. Then 2.5 hours back by train to Sofia, and then 1.5 hour in Sofia to come back at my home.
Wow.
Can you imagine? And that was twice a week.
So 7 hours of travel, pretty much.
Yeah, just for 2 hours of teaching, and they said, "Hey, you."
I want those of you listening to keep that in mind when you guys are complaining. You're 10 minutes away from our school. Just FYI.
yeah. That's why, you know. Sometimes, you know, people are so close to the information. They're so close to the gym. They're so close now to the masters that they're doing almost nothing to get there. Can you imagine? I was traveling so much to get there, to teach and to come back at home, and just for almost no money.
Yeah.
And like a teacher at the university, state university in Bulgaria, you cannot take any money. And that's why they said, "Hey, better you to become a student in our university. Better don't run around between these two towns."
Yeah.
And you know, I just became a student. I finished Bulgarian philology at the university. That time, I'm a magister, and I still, continuing to teach the students. And that time, the situation is interesting because in 1996, EWTO, European Wing Tsun Organization, with Grandmaster Ken Specht, they contact with the Plovdiv University because they found that there is a university in Europe that is teaching Chinese martial art and Wing Tsun, and they wanted to have a contact because they wanted that time to manage the specialization, bachelor and magister for martial arts and Wing Tsun. And can you imagine, 96, Grandmaster Ken Specht, Grandmaster Bill Newman, he is a specialist of eskrima from England, Grandmaster Oliver Koenig from Austria that time, and and the Grandmaster Giuseppe Scambri from Switzerland, Heinrich Pfaff and Roland Lipschebrach came that year, 1996, in Bulgaria.
Wow.
And we were shocked. Why? It's like, imagine the biggest grandmasters in Wing Tsun and Eskrima coming in Plovdiv University in our place.
Yeah.
And we were so excited. We prepared a demonstration to show what we are doing. They managed the first seminar in our school in Plovdiv University. And of course, that time, Sifu Kenspek said, hey, you will be my private student, my Todai. And that was like our first connection. Then we start traveling to Germany, and I start training in the Langenthal. This is in Heidelberg. Langenthal is a special place for all Wing Tsun practitioners in all over the world. Why? Because this is like a small castle. Small, it's enough big.
The castle.
The castle. It's very close to Heidelberg.
Yeah.
It's close to Wiesenbach. And in that castle, more than 30 years, there was the headquarters of the EWTO, the European Wing Tsun Organization. Over there was everyday training for a small number of people, a Bauschauschüler, who were just paid their education. They would they trained every day, 6 hours a day, during the weekend too, and 2 hours of the evening fighting. There was almost 8 hours every day training in the Langenthal. And I had amazing possibility to be part of these training camps, of this education, all over the years, and to have this close connection to all the masters and grandmasters from whole Europe.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm super glad that I got to train in Germany. You can bring it in. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Anna Sophia here making her cameo appearance. By the way, everybody, we are in a restaurant right by the Black Sea in Old Town Sozopol. I forgot to say that when we started out. We're in a special spot here. We kind of grabbed a place. We're very happy for this restaurant to let us do the interview here. But as you can see, we have a view of the sea. Well, for those of you listening, you can't see it, but we have a view of the sea right here. There's a bunch of boats pulling in and out of port. We got some nice little traffic going by, some street traffic or walking traffic, and a little bit of the cars here. But it's a really cool environment. So I love coming whenever I can to the seminar that Sifu Bagalev puts on in Sozopol. So if you guys are ever interested, he's always welcoming students. So it's a really awesome time to train with him and have this great opportunity here. And like he was saying about the Langensetz-Castle, when I was training in Germany, because I started EWTO, and I was there for almost 3 years, and near the end of my third year, I said, because I was about to leave the Air Force, I said, man, I got to go to the Langensetz-Castle. I have to go to the castle and train. And I went, and it was closed the week before, something like this.
So sorry.
It had closed down, and I was like, oh, man. So it was really awesome. You had an opportunity to train there. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, that place was like, like Shaolin in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I mean, they just train every day. The castle is surrounded by woods, by a small lake, by a forest, and it's very quiet. It's amazing, good air, and you don't need to think nothing else except just training, and very dedicated people were there. Some people who now are living in America, some people who are living now in Europe, in different places, some people living now in Asia who are part of Langenthal Castle Academy. There was, amazing time. Yeah. Amazing time. Even Grandmaster Leung Ting was very often there teaching seminars, and we had special tutorial seminars. that I've been there training with Grandmaster Leung Ting, and I had the amazing chance to touch him, to train, to see, to talk with him directly on a dinner table, and it's amazing feeling to receive the real information. Like I told you before, we start not from the zero. We not start from the scratch. We just start. I often say minus 100.
Yeah,
minus 100 below the zero. We were so nothing that it's terrible. And slowly, step by step, we just wanted to be just on the zero, or maybe a little bit up. But there was, sometimes, the energy knows the way.
Yeah.
And finds and connect the people. And that's why, I start teaching in the Plovdiv University, and Grandmaster Ken Specht came with the European Wing Tsun organization. And then he invited me that time to Europe to train, and I've been in Italy with him, in Spain, in Mallorca, in all over the Germany, Europe, Czechia, Slovakia, everywhere, Vienna, Austria. It's so nice to be there with friends, and even when there is a seminars in Turkey or Greece. Even the last year we've been in Turkey with him, with some instructors from Europe to help him to manage a big seminar. It's amazing because you see people and you meet people who are in your energy wave. It's amazing.
Really cool. Let me move on to, because you were talking about that a little bit, I want to switch to, let's talk about your current Wing Chun presence in Bulgaria, because as you guys just heard, he had to start building from absolutely nothing, from minus 100. So right now you have two big, beautiful schools in Plovdiv and in Sofia.
Yes, we have, during that years, we had lots of schools in Bulgaria, but it's not easy to manage from the business side, let's say, in Bulgaria. During the period of time, the last 25 years, I had probably about 12 or 15 different towns in Bulgaria. Wing Chun we have almost everywhere. From Varna to Burgas, from Vidin and Montana, from Bruse to Veliko Trnovo to Sofia, Plovdiv and Pazarjik, and even Stara Zagora, Haskovo, Svilengrad, almost everywhere. But last few years I'm focusing mostly in the capital and the second biggest town, Sofia and Plovdiv. In Plovdiv we have a very nice Wing Chun Academy. It's exactly in the middle of the town on the main street, and it's like probably 250 square meters. We have over there morning sessions, evening session, we doing seminars, and we teaching kids, we teaching teenagers, we teaching men and women for Wing Chun.
Let me move this mic. Let me move this mic a little closer to you, because these guys started with the party's already starting, guys. I don't know if you can hear.
Yes, here the party is never stopped, and only a few hours during the lunch. Probably there is no music and party.
Yeah.
It's 24/7 here, and we're teaching in different subjects. We're teaching the inner Wing Chun. We're teaching the self-defense part. We're teaching the traditional parts, forms, Chisao sections. We're teaching how to get rid of the weapon attacks, and of course, we are trying to find the way how to add, not to choose. I'm always trying to say this. What is this? Sometimes people are choosing. Let's say, this is the way. This is only the way. But you see, in the nature, there is not only one way to do something, and there is not only one principle. Even you're a physicist. There is not only one law of physics.
No.
There is different subject, different types of law, and if you adding, you are can find maybe a law that it's combining everything, but even right now it's very hard to do it. That's why in the Wing Tsun we are trying to add the new ideas to with the old tradition. This is something that I like. It's like yin and yang for me, because when you have tradition and when you have the new things, then everything is combining in a very, very interesting way. Because we are not following only, okay, it's like these movements, it's like in the form, and we must do it. No, we are following, according to Grandmaster Kenspeck, the idea about that we are not following the form, we are following the idea, we're following the concept behind, not just following the movements. Why? Because the people are different. Somebody's tall, somebody is heavy, somebody has long arms, somebody have a different opportunity to hit you. And if you have your tan sao always the same, you will be beaten most of the time.
Yeah.
That's why for me the teaching is always adding ideas, but connected with the main principles.
Yes. Yeah, I really like your style of teaching. It's really good. It's really valuable. I like how you talk about the internal aspect and you show the perfect exercises to help the people realize it. As you go through, at first it's a little confusing, but you explain it so well and you demonstrate it like really awesomely. So it's really cool. That said, I want to say there's a lot of people in the U.S. and even around the world, sometimes they ask me, because we take some of your lessons and we show some things sometimes, obviously, nowhere near your level at the Inner Wing Tsun stuff. But they ask me, what is Inner Wing Tsun? What is this thing? What is it? They keep asking me. And so I'd like to ask you that question, if you'd like to describe Inner Wing Tsun, because I feel like there's a lot of other branches in the States that they say they have, we're doing this inner thing, it's this internal thing, but they can't describe it. And often they I think they just see some videos and copy it. Yeah. So they don't really know what they're talking about. But when you really experience it, you can clearly like see what it is. So that's my question to you. How would you describe the Inner Wing Tsun programs?
Yeah, it's a nice question first, and it's not easy to answer very simple and not easy to answer very short. I will try to explain some basic ideas and to people understand why and what and how. First of all, it's like everything is yin and yang. Why? This is a visible world and invisible world. You know, you can see things and you can touch them, but there is things that you cannot see and you cannot touch. It means that we have a physical abilities. There are 5 basic physical abilities that everyone can manage. And you can do this by different type of exercises. But there is something like feeling. You cannot just train. You must know what to train, how to train, how to manage the body, how to connect the body. What is the connection of the body? First of all, most of the people are connecting in 2 different ways the body. They are too tense and they're connecting the body during the big muscles, or they're too relaxed. And when they are too relaxed, they are trying to unify the body by relaxation. Yes, there is 2 ways during the relaxation, but in the end, you are too relaxed. Or you are pumping the muscles and you are becoming very, very strong, like one unit, but you cannot move so much. Yeah. That's why we are trying to find a middle way. What is the middle way? Middle way is to relax the outside bigger muscles, but to feel your fascia. Your fascia is like a net inside of your body. This is something very new. Even not in every atlas for the anatomy you can find something about the fascia. Yeah. And that's why I'm talking and showing and trying to explain to the people a lot about this. Why? You are not connected because your muscles are tense. You are connected because you are relaxed and you're giving chance your fascia to work like one unit. Mm-hmm. And of course you have bones, you have muscles, you have fascia. And then this balance is very important. It's a feeling. How to get it? You must touch some master or some grandmaster who have it. How to receive the real knowledge. Mm-hmm. There is a different channels to receive. You can receive it by looking. Just you looking something, you're thinking, okay, I'm realizing, now I know what is there, okay, I'll copy. Mm-hmm. In our brain, there is a big parts of the brain who are made to learn ourselves by copying. Mm-hmm. You don't know the language, but somebody's doing something and you just copy. Or you don't know something, but somebody's painting and you just trying to copy. Or somebody is doing something and you copy the movements. You think that you are doing the things. Second way is by the explanation. Somebody is starting to explain you, and you're just asking and you explain and he's asking, and in the end, the brain knows. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have information. Or you can read. You can read some books. This is the same way that the brain knows and receives information. But there is one more way, a very special way, by point of contact. Mm-hmm. This is something like a special way. When you have a point of contact, this is a very big subject. You can have, let's say, everywhere a point of contact from inside part of the arm, from outside part of the arm, from upper part, lower, every part of the body. And when you connect with someone, it's not just pushing, it's the fascia connecting first inside of you, then it's going out of the point of contact, and from the point of contact, you can penetrate through the bones and through the fascia to the other person. Mm-hmm. That's why we start first slowly with feeling. Why? Because the brain must learn that this information that it's coming, what to do with it.
Yes.
And this is the inner part. Why? Because you're not moving so much. You are not just pushing or pulling or doing something. You're just trying to feel. Mm-hmm. And that's why you have, let's say, 3 levels. One is young, to attack from the point of contact. The other way is in how to take the energy, how to use the energy, and the third is between, how to be in the middle, how to block the energy and the other one cannot move. This it's very easy to feel when somebody can do it and can explain it.
Yes.
And then when you have these all abilities, I mean the fascia, the point of contact, the connection with yourself, connection with the other person, then you have 2 other things that again they are not so visible. First is timing. What is timing? Timing is I can be before, I can be with you, or I can be after you. Let's say I can be before your punch, I can be with your punch, and I can be after your attack. And it's not good to be after.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the people
give me 1 second. Hey, Martin, could I have you this? 1 second, everybody.
Everything's okay?
All right, yeah, everything's good. Yeah, so I wanted to come back to you on that little point that I had a way of describing the Inner Wing Tsun, and tell me how you like it. So I don't think I've told it to you before, right? And it's from a physics standpoint, so of course I have to do some science. So the way I describe it is like the other person is sending a signal, kind of like a radio signal. If you can make your body in the right way, you can receive this signal like a radio antenna. If you're all crooked, if things aren't, if you don't have the proper structure, you can't receive the signal, and you'll never know what the other person is saying. saying with their body. But if you can learn to make that connection, you can actually receive what they're doing. And then you can even influence it back, right? Like a radio connection. Almost like a radio receiver and a transmitter. But learning to do it with your body is very difficult, and it seems very abstract. But like the training that you give me, that's what I feel when I can. When you tell me when we're doing an exercise and I get connected with the arm, you're like, no, you're not connected. Right away, you already know, because I feel like you're sending the signal out and getting nothing back.
Yeah.
And then, but when I can do it, we can make the connection and sense it that way, I guess.
No, it's a very nice explanation. I think so that you're completely right, because from the point of view of the energy side, you're sending something like signals. And of course, you must receive signals too. Even in internet, it's like this. You have upload and download. You don't have only download.
Yeah.
You have both. This is yin and yang.
Yes.
Even internet is working like this.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem of downloading or uploading, you are not connected to the internet.
Yeah. And I feel the people who don't have the sense of the inner Wing Tsun or internal martial arts, they just have the upload.
Yes, they have upload. They're just pushing.
They're only uploading. There's no downloading.
And the other one is pushing, and they don't care. They're downloading the information.
Yeah.
And this is exactly the yin and yang. In the beginning, when you see some movies or some masters or grandmaster, you see that it looks very strange. Why? Because they are so good in downloading the information that they are receiving a lot of information, and in the right time and in the right distance, in the right timing, they're just doing something wow, and it happens.
Yeah.
And the other guys are just moving, doing something, and they're trying, but they don't receiving the other information from the other person. That's why it's very, very easy explain, and that's why I wanted to explain it a little bit further and deeper, and you just make it short. Because sometimes to make it short, yes, it sounds good.
Yeah. It's something simple, but to really describe something, I mean, it would take so many.
Yes.
It would take books.
But not only books. That's why I said the best way is to find somebody who can teach you during the point of contact.
Yeah, someone who can really affect you.
By looking and showing and explaining, because this is only one part.
Yes.
This is the real thing.
You also train Tai Chi, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you feel, why do you like Tai Chi and why do you like Wing Tsun so much? Why do you feel that way about these arts, I guess?
It's a nice question. During the years, I trained so many martial arts, and I trained karate, I trained taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, eskrima, boxing, and so many things. But yeah, really, I'm doing Tai Chi last maybe 35 years or more.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm the few-time national champion of Bulgaria. Even I'm a third place on the World Tai Chi Championship.
Wow.
The last one.
Wow.
Yeah, the last one. That was 2018 probably, before the COVID. After the COVID, there were no new Tai Chi International Championship. And and I'm part of the Yang family, Tai Chi Chuan. This is the Yang style, is the most popular Tai Chi style in China, in the world. All these slow movements that the people are doing in the park. This is Tai Chi and this is Yang style. Why? For me, Tai Chi and Wing Tsun are like yin and yang again. From Wing Tsun, I have this yang side, and I'm moving, I'm kicking, I'm training, and I'm sweating. But from the Tai Chi side, I'm receiving this in part. I am very focusing inside of myself. I'm doing slowly everything, and I'm doing very internal.
Yeah.
And then I can easily combine, because my view my point of view is not only outside and not only inside. I have both.
Yeah.
And of course, let's say every martial art, if it's complete, and it has inner and external and internal part.
Yeah.
Must be. Even the Tai Chi, because I'm training directly with the Grandmaster Yan Jun, and we're doing with him the form, but then we're doing pushing hands.
Yeah.
This is like a Chi Sao in Wing Tsun. These are point of contact, moving, sticking, rolling, pivoting, all these things. And when you train with him, you feel, wow, this is not soft. This is just very movable. This is really like a water.
Yeah.
This is something really that Bruce Lee felt, and his idea about be like water, my friend. I mean, really, when you touch the real Tai Chi guy, you will see that this is not weak.
Yeah.
And of course, they have a very, very good theory about inner part. And of course, they have a very, very good applications, not but training method, how to make the fajin. It means how to release the power from a point.
Yeah.
This is something wow.
To make that explosive
Yes.
short range power.
Yes.
It's very
This
cool.
is
Yeah.
Cool. And when I'm combine both things, the Tai Chi and Wing Chun, for me it's the best way, because it's giving me yin and yang inside of me. Sometime during the day or during the week, I want to be more movable, more fighting. Then I want to be more cool. It's like even the water. You see, this water here, today it's so smooth.
Yeah.
It's like a lake. But tomorrow could be a big waves.
Yeah.
Could be a storm. Even this is to be like a water.
Like that,
because the people are, they say, it's mean to be like a water, and they think this is a lake and perfect, everything it looks like a mirror, and no. The water is changing, and you must follow it. You must be like a boat on the water.
Yeah.
And this is the way to change and to have a
cool.
complete.
Very cool. Let me see. Yeah, so one other thing that you do really well that I really love is your social media presence. So,
Thank you.
like your Instagram, your Facebook stuff, I love it. You were doing a huge video series before.
Yes.
I loved watching that.
YouTube.
I was sharing a lot of them. Tell us what goes into that for you, because I see some other people doing it, but nobody is really as good as you, like making these videos and passing the information out, So how much time do you spend on that, and how long did it take you to really learn how to do it?
Yeah, now the time is changing, and we must change with the time.
Yeah.
First of all, my father is an artist, and always I drawing, doing photography, always. And for me, that was like a passion. And then, like I told you, I finished Bulgarian philology. I can read and write a lot of things. And then, now that social media is giving you a chance to show by pictures, by text, and by by movies, what are you doing? And of course, you must see how to show the things in the right way. It's not just the shooting and writing. You must really know what you want to say, and then to think how you will say, and then you must know to who you will show and say. And I try to open all these channels in YouTube, in TikTok, in Instagram, in Facebook, in everywhere, in LinkedIn, just to have a chance to have opportunity to show to the people the real beauty of the martial art. But if you shoot in a old-fashioned way, or if you shoot in a way that nobody is seeing, of course it will be not fun.
Yeah.
And that's why this is again yin and yang. I must find, I must know how the other are doing. They're good on this, but I must shoot and talk and write for my subject for martial arts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how the martial art can change your life, how the martial art can make you better, how the martial art can find you and find other friends and to travel and to do all these stuff. And of course, when you're shooting, when I'm doing, where I'm in seminars in abroad and in Bulgaria, I'm trying to do all my best and always to show them in a good way. And the other point, of course, is I train some of my students. I teach them how to shoot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will be not looking good on the pictures in the end, or I will not look good in the videos, but they will look cool.
Yeah, exactly. Where can people find you on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube?
Yeah, they can find me easily. My name is Stanislav Bagalev, and this name is always in the same channels. Doesn't matter which one. I'm just using my name just to promote Wing Tsun and Tai Chi and martial arts, like I said. And everybody can see. I start shooting some explanations about the principles, and of course I will do more and more things in English. Some of them in Bulgarian, but the people who see the movements, they very easily can see what we are doing.
Yeah. Very cool. And so I have a question from Sifu German. He wanted you to kind of go over how you knew us, how you know me, and how you know him from a long time ago, I guess. Now, I was talking to one of your students. They were like, "When did you start coming here?" And I was thinking back, and I was like, "Oh my God, I don't remember." It's been a while.
It's a nice story. We know each other with Sifu German since 1994, probably 1993 or 1994, when I opened the second school in Plovdiv, because first one was in the Plovdiv University, but they were only for normal students and not other can participate. That's why lots of people wanted to come, and we opened a second school that time, and we stamped some posters. Can you imagine on Xerox that time? There was nothing, Xerox, and we make some Shaolin, Wing Tsun, Tai Chi things, Kung Fu. I don't remember even. I have some old posters from that time, but can you imagine? I made them myself, and I make them on a Xerox myself, and then I went on the streets and I just put them in the walls myself. There was that time, and he told me that he saw one of these posters. He came, because he always wanted to do some martial arts. Of course, he told me, and when he was a student at the university that time in Russia, because he's an engineer, he is an aircraft engineer. He trained a lot of judo, sambo. Sambo is the Russian way of fighting, and lots of boxing, things like this. And he has a very good background. And when he came in 1994 to me, and he was like, "Wow, I want to do see this and this," and he tested me a little bit, just show me, I want to punch you, I want to kick you. That time, even these days are not finished in Bulgaria. Everybody want to test you, are you good or not?
Yeah,
they're not believing you.
Yeah, I think that's natural here.
They're not believing you. And of course, and from that time, he became my student. We trained really a lot. We traveled for the national competition. We traveled for demonstration. We did so many things. Even he was part of the first demonstration, 1996, like I told you, when Grandmaster Kenshpe came from Germany to Plovdiv University. Sifu German was part of the demo team.
Wow.
Can you imagine? I have some old pictures.
That's really cool.
He's there. And of course, he went to America in 1999. Then he started searching for a school. He found Sifu Mike Adams there. And he started training with him, became part of the American Wing Tsun organization. And of course, he established his own school. And of course, it's you there.
Yeah.
You went there for training. And of course, the other connection is your wife. You know, she's from Sofia. She's from Bulgaria. She was born in Sofia. And of course, she started training Wing Tsun. And I remember she came even maybe almost 10 years ago, even 2012, 13, in our school in Plovdiv to train. And then she went to our school in Sofia too. And then I remember even that time that she introduced you to me in our school in Plovdiv. We start training, and that's why all these years we are continuing training, talking, sharing, and I'm really love it. It's amazing. It's amazing time.
Yeah, it is really cool. I'm very happy we get to come over here and train with you.
Thank you.
It's really awesome.
Thank you.
All right, let me. We're almost running out of time here. Any topics you want to talk about specifically here? I mean, I have a couple more, but
no, you can ask me something. You know, I can anyway talk for.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about. I really like how you talk a lot about the biomechanics of the movements. You're really good at describing those biomechanics, how to use the fascia and different exercises to do that. What got you so into these details? Because not every master is so into, everyone has their own style, has their own way of doing things. What got you so interested, so fascinated in this, in the biomechanics of the movements?
Yeah, it's, I want to connect the biomechanic physics with the internal parts. And because we are living in the West, you cannot describe the things with the words that almost not existing in our culture. You cannot just translate some Chinese words and explain them.
Yeah.
These are like the masters are doing. Okay, this is Tan Sao. Tan Sao means the palm is facing up. Okay.
Yeah.
Or Bong Sao, it means, what is Bong Sao? Oh, this is the arm that is like a wing. But this is like translating. It's telling you nothing, telling you zero information. But we know some anatomy from the school, from the high school, from university. I finished the National Sport Academy special course for Wushu trainers, and over there we study a lot of biomechanics, anatomy, physics, lots of theory of methods of teaching, and that was always interesting for me to explain easily, simple, and scientific, that everybody can understand. It's not just my opinion, and just I feel it like this. It's like almost proved.
Yeah.
And it's easy way to teach, easy way to explain some Chinese. For us, it's most of the time it's nonsense. You know, just they're talking you something and you're like, oh my God, I'm like an idiot.
For us it doesn't make any sense.
What is going on? I don't understand nothing.
Martin, can you bring me the water, please? Yeah. Thank you. Do you want some more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. Cool. Yeah, there's this big thing in the U.S. now. It's called it's alright, I'll keep it right here. It's fine. Thanks. Yeah. We have Martin helping us today. You want to come wave hello? He's also standing on this.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. We're borrowing his camera today too. So thanks, Martin. Yeah. Yeah, so these in the U.S. there's this big thing. It's like this qigong thing is going around now. I don't know. It's some marketing program. They put some movements together, but it's it just looks like Tai Chi to me. It looks like they just took some specific Tai Chi programs, and in the U.S. a lot of the Chinese martial arts are packaged this way with a big mystery, like a big air of mystery about it. Like there's the qi, the internal energy, and it's like it's like people have like such this reaction to it, like it's this magical like energy. And of course, Sifu German's an engineer and I'm a scientist, and we're slapping this fantasy down out of people.
No, you're completely right. I mean, first of all, people want to believe. This is something that it's inside.
Yeah.
They just believe. I don't want to talk for the believers, but they believe in almost everything.
Yeah.
They believe in movies too. And if they believe in movies, if they see something that it looks like a movie, they say, oh my God, it must be a real thing. And some people are just using this for making a big profit of this.
Yeah.
And I know lots of people who are part of this, and then in the end, they get nothing. They just really get nothing, and it was very not satisfied.
Yeah, they get very jaded, and
yes. That's why I'm trying to bring, it's like a bridge between the East and the West, and the West and the East. Because it's not about just the translation, it's about explanation.
Yeah.
The most of the Chinese masters are just translating their thoughts who are already written in Chinese with the Chinese terminology and the Chinese way of seeing the universe.
Yeah, it's like having they already have, like, when they say that, they already have a lot of background information.
Yes.
Like, if we say, like, this glass, like the glass of water, we already know it means that it's actually a cup.
Yeah.
Right. But for somebody who doesn't speak English, if we say glass, they're going to start looking at everything that's made out of glass.
Yes.
So it's the same in reverse for us.
Exactly. And the Chinese language, all these characters are very specifically made because there are lots of things putting together, and you must see them separate and you must see them together. And that's why sometimes it's confusing. And not only that, for some martial arts, for some terms, there is a specific hieroglyphs that they are only there. They are not existing at all. Yeah. This is amazing. And if you don't know what is it, you cannot read it. You cannot find it even in the dictionary.
Yeah.
And that's why somebody must be very inside of the art and to have the both knowledge, the Chinese and the Western and the Eastern part. And then you can make this bridge. All my life, I studied some Chinese. I've been there in China lots of
you used to travel to China a lot, right?
Yes. And I have Chinese teachers, and I know what they think. I know what they are right. I don't know what they doing, and I know what we are thinking. And I have university education, and of course, when you combine everything, then, like I told you, I prefer to add, not to choose.
Yeah,
I'm not choosing their way. I'm not choosing our way. I'm not even divide our and they and we and they. I'm
giving
just,
people the options.
I'm trying to find how the Western people can easily understand me, easily can teach them, and easily can pass the knowledge. And of course, in the end, they to have some really abilities. And here in Bulgaria, believe me, the people are still just trying to test you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They don't care. You know this,
Oh, yeah, I know.
Sifu Eric is very high-level instructor, and he's training with some low-level students. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're just doing their stuff.
They don't care what level you are here. They're going to try you. They're going to check.
Yes. And that's why good explanation, good training, it's leading to a very good results.
Yeah. Very good. Awesome. Excellent. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. It's 4:00 now, so we've been here almost an hour. Do you have anything else you want to add to this?
First of all, thank you for the interview. Second of all, I want to say to everyone that if they have a goal, they must start reaching, deeping inside of their heart and just find a way how to do it. Don't just think that something will happen without your effort, without your power, without your thoughts, and without your time, and without your money. Because if you want to achieve something, you must do it non-stop, try and try. And martial arts, for me, it's a special occasion because they change your body, they change your mind, they change your physics, they change your psychic. And of course, they're giving you a lot of possibility to meet amazing people and to travel, to change yourself, and again, to have a chance to share this knowledge to everyone. That's why do your best and don't make a rest too much.
Yes. Very good. All right. Well, thank you again for joining me today.
Thank you.
And you guys we'll be putting this podcast up. Of course, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and look for Sifu Bagalev on his Instagram and his Facebook. You can find him again, Stanislav Bagalev. Look on Facebook, Instagram. What other ones you have? YouTube, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, go ahead, follow him, like him. He's got a bunch of amazing videos up, so if some of you guys wanted to see some of the explosive power I was talking about, he's already done these great demonstrations for that. All right, well, thanks again, and this is the Kung Fu Physicist Podcast, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.